Hello guys. Uh, Now the today's lesson is about are markets a scam? Uh, okay. Um, are markets and the markets the markets the way they are organized now uh, and exchanges are they is forex, for example, the uh, interbank currency market a scam? Is the forex market a scam? Are stock exchanges a scam? Are uh, futures exchanges a scam? Okay, so uh, yes, the answer is maybe yes, they are scam. Why? Well, first of all, a scam is a something which is illegal. But are they illegal? No, they are legal, so they should not be a scam. But next comes their uh, their the the what good they are for society, for economy, for humanity. And when it comes to this, yes, they are a scam. The next comes who is moving them, who is um, uh, who is ruling them, who is who is profiting from them, who profits from them. Yes, they are a scam, not the people, not the creators of the ex, excess wealth, which is the people, the are decide what the markets will do. Not the traders, not the workers, not the investors decide what the markets will do, and so markets are a scam. Now, let me tell you what this means for you. Oh, nothing. You live in such times that you need to adapt, and they are legal. They can be used, uh, and you can do nothing about it. You can't change the whole system. It will be changed when um, uh, with the second coming of Jesus Christ. It will not change before that. The snake is ruling on earth, and God is in heavens. His Son is in heavens, and what we are well left with is the Holy Spirit for us to keep us alive and kicking, and to fight with the snake. And all the rules, the laws are made for and by people who work for the snake. So markets are a scam, 100% a scam. When it comes to moral, their moral, their moral contribution, and their material material financial contribution to common people. To the rich, no, they're working for the rich. They were created by the rich. They, the rich are using them, so the rich are getting richer. So markets are not a scam for the rich. For you, the vast majority, they are. So now I'll show you another scam, and it's a big one. No, okay, markets are manipulated. If they were not manipulated, they would be probably the only big thing, great thing, something global, which was created by the system, by people, by the snake and its followers and servants, which is not manipulated. No, it would be the only thing, the only one, which is ridiculous. Such things do not happen. Now, what we are going to do now, we are going to see another big scam. So you should not believe that markets are natural. They were created naturally. No, trade was created naturally, but you can't trade almost anything to other person just like that. Produce something and just sell it. You can't do that. You can't do that. Regulations. You can. So it's almost impossible to think of markets as markets. They're not markets. Markets are some charts, movements of prices, and so on. So if you, for example, if you have gold, it's not gold. This is, for example, the price of gold. This is not gold. You're not buying the gold. You're buying some paper. So some paper, and you can even sell this paper. You can sell it. You can short it. You can even, if you on COMEX exchange, you can even borrow shares of some companies which produce borrow shares and which produce gold and try to go and sell them, short them, and these shares can be more than the excess of 100% of all the shares. So this company may have 110% of shares because 10% taken as a loan to be short. Okay, so this is not gold, and gold also can be a scam, and is a scam, but it's just another scam. It's just a scam for very very smart and powerful people are scammed by with the gold, because gold can only be multiplied. Okay, and paper money too. So gold is markets a scam. Now, how can we find how can we find some other scam? Let me show you a guy. His channel is called Always Marco. Okay, this guy just infiltrated some pyramids, and he calls them pyramids. They're actually multi-level marketing companies, but in essence they are pyramids. So this guy just infiltrated with a camera in a pen so that he can film and record their seminars and answers. And of course, he had problems. The police were called, but he went to a company, which, if you are from the US, there are companies, well, there are such companies all over the world, but in the US, um, there are companies which, um, um, uh, okay, there are companies which buy absolutely legally, buy in bulk services and products, like, for example, um, uh, gas, I mean, natural gas, electricity, water, and telephone services, and distribute them. No, they just sell them to other companies which work with them. So they're something like the middleman between the producer of something and the distributors of this thing. Okay, and this middleman just raises the price, and not only raises the price, this middleman actually makes things, I think, tougher for the consumers. But this middleman is has very interesting approach. This middle chain level is hiring people who are with the multi-layer or pyramid-like approach to recruit other people, other sellers who try to recruit other sellers and so on to sell something to people, to the consumers, to normal consumers. So it is very strange. Some companies providing a service, but this service is bought in bulk by another company, the middleman company, and this other company is selling by means of multi-level marketing. It's like pyramid, some service, okay, and it's big. For example, here in Bulgaria we have 3 options to have central heating, because central heating in big cities was part of socialism. I don't know how it is in New York and big cities, how they where people live in big structures, in apartments, in penthouses, how they just heat themselves. Is there a local heating system in every structure? What is essential? And here in Eastern Europe, there were central heating plants. They produced heat in the form of warm water and hot water, and produced also electricity. So there were heat coal. Oh, now they don't burn coal, of course, they burn natural gas, but they used to burn oil or something like that, heavy fuel. And so they distribute it. And you have 3 options. Either to be a client of some, okay, just a moment. Either to be a client of some company which gives you something like that, which is a heating board, a heater on the wall with tubes carrying the warm water, okay? And you just turn it on, turn it off, okay? And your and your bill is calculated like that. There is an electronic device which calculates how much energy you you have consumed, and you pay. I think monthly you pay, but very often you pay, yeah, monthly. And it can be one company or another company, two big companies, because if there is only one company, it's not thought to be democracy in economy, not competition and something direct. And there are two companies, but they actually do not compete with each other. And the other option is the producer of this heat, this service, directly to give to sell to a structure, to a block of flats, heat energy, heating services directly without these devices on them, just directly. And if all apartments or consumers agree to buy directly and to buy at full power, full blast of not to turn it down or turn it up, just the maximum these heating panels can handle, the maximum heat. It is actually cheaper than if you go through the middleman with these electronic devices and you just turn it on and turn it off and so on. So it's cheaper. So if someone sells you in bulk directly, it's cheaper, but every single apartment and a consumer must agree. Okay? Every single one must agree. So, and what I wanted to tell you that it's a scam. So all these middlemen are a scam when it comes to effectiveness, when it comes to practicability, when it comes to money, to the surface, to even the temperature in the room. It's a scam. You pay more for less. Okay. So this guy just went and showed that it's scam. It runs big, really big, really big. It's just enormous. The scam is enormous. Okay. Okay. So this company which sells goods and services, this company in the US which sells goods and services, just hires an apartment and recruits more sellers, and actually the people who become rich are the sellers, the recruiters, not the sellers, and they're recruiting constantly other people through such seminars, and people are constantly running away, and the survival he has a camera in this pen, and the survival rate is very, very small. But people can get really rich at the top, and yes, they are millionaires at the top. Okay, but at the bottom, people just make no money. Okay, and the services are more expensive for the consumers, and sometimes, like Herbalife or other companies, sometimes even air can be sold, even air, just like that, nothing useful. Of course, when you see these seminars, you can see the people there. The people there are from the minorities, ethnic groups, minorities, and no, how to say, uh, weak groups, elderly people, young people without job, without education, uh, people who need money now, here and now, and it doesn't work. Like they don't get money. They pay $500, each pays $500 for the seminar, and nothing happens. And they don't get the money back. So, and now I want to show you what the top level of people think of this company and probably of this business, the top level. And
the entire population of Earth. I
and-
also find these titles that they give
And
see
when I
that they're funded by companies like Herbalife, Last time I checked, a vice
Okay.
Earth. I also find these titles that they give the different ranks hilarious. Executive team lead. I also find these titles that they give the different ranks hilarious. Executive team leader, senior vice president. 1 month you can be called senior vice president, and the next you're regional vice president. Last time I checked, a vice president of a company was someone who was appointed to a salaried position, and there usually isn't 25 of them. ACN's website says they take care to follow the rules set forth by the Direct Selling Association, but one look at the DSA's website and you see that they're funded by companies like Herbalife, New Skin, and Amway. It's like saying, yeah, we'll follow the rules as long as we get to make them. In case you needed any more evidence that ACN wasn't to be trusted, here's one of their most loyal celebrity spokesmen telling you what a great company it is.
The beauty of ACN is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're not standing out there alone. You know, they're going to be tough times, and life is tough. You have a great partner with ACN. They're going to help you. They're going to be there for you. They're going to work with you. It's a great company. It's a respected company. Everybody loves it.
In 2018, a lawsuit was filed against the Trump Organization for promoting ACN as a great investment while failing to disclose that they were being paid to do so for 10 years. In 2015, after he became the Republican nominee for president, the opulent orange claimed to know nothing about ACN, despite appearing in promotional material for the company with his children and attending and speaking at ACN motivational rallies from 2005 to 2015. Here's a picture of Nathan and the Donald from an ACN event in 2013. Trump even featured ACN and its CEOs on an episode of The Celebrity Apprentice back in 2009 and again in 2011. Based on my research and the similarities between ACN and other MLM companies, it is my opinion that ACN is a pyramid scheme. And before I start getting comments like I did with the WFG videos saying that I just had a bad experience and not everyone in the company is like that, consider that this sort of corrupt structure starts at the very top. There's no way to be ethical in a company whose business model is dependent on being unethical. As machine learning and automation become more prevalent and the economy being shit, I think pyramid schemes are only going to get more aggressive and more popular. All we got to do is beat them at their own game. So send this video to 5 people, who then send it to 5 people, until everyone in the modern world knows to stay away from MLMs. And Nathan, if you're watching this, fuck you. Fuck you. Nathan, if you're watching this, fuck you.
Okay, guys.
All right, y'all. So
Okay, guys. So you see, this is what about Forex? Well, Forex, I told you in my last lesson that about 500 people of 500,000 traders, 500 traders of 500,000 traders are doing extremely good when it comes to day trading shares at the stock exchange in Thailand. Okay, they're doing extremely well. When it comes to Forex, it's the same thing. Officially, the statistic is that about 10% doing well. I mean, they are in the positive territory, and another 10% are just not losing too much money or about even, and the other 80% are just losers in different degree. But what is interesting is that these statistics are only about a single year. When there are two consecutive years, the percentage of the successful traders drop to about 6 or 7%. If you want to see in a period of 15 years, consecutive years, the people who are successful are probably less than 1%. Yes, and if you want to see the extremely well performers, the good performers, the extremely good performers who perform extremely well, it's about 1 promille, 1 promille. So it's about 1 in 1,000 who is performing extremely. Okay, here in Bulgaria, we have a here in Bulgaria we have okay, these are some ads. Have the same case. A guy just took the money of about 700 or 800 people, and this guy just started trading on the forex markets with several million US dollars, probably $2-3 million, or even $4 million, and a lot of people just lost their money. Some of them, in the beginning, just made some money, and they told their friends and family that it's a good investment, and a lot of people gave him a lot of money. He promised about, I'll show you the guy. These are his victims, but he promised about 10% a month to his victims. Okay, and they lost money, and it's well, how to say, it's not so illegal, because he did not. Okay, there are 3 scenarios. He just took the money and ran away. Okay, just took all the money and said, oh, well, I lost. And it's not a lot of money to run away from Bulgaria. In order to run away from Bulgaria, you need to scam people in tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars in order to run somewhere. It's a small world now. So he just he probably did not took directly the money and ran away. It's it's not very plausible, such a scenario. But probably he did the other thing, which is also not very probable. He probably took the money, invested them, I mean, opened positions through a broker, and just split his losses, because the broker just took the other side of the deal and did not put the the deal, the position on the market, on the broader market. Just he was the counterparty, okay, the other side. And because 90% of people are losing money in a single year, and if you just trade several years, the percentage is just extremely low of the successful traders. So they just waited. The broker waited, and then probably they split the losses of the people, which were their gains. That's why the market's a scam, because your losses of some other person's gain, and nothing is produced. Humanity does not profit from markets. Okay, so that's the other scenario, and it's also not very probable. And the third scenario is that he was extremely honest person. Honest person means he opened position through a broker on the markets and just lost the money, and he claims exactly that, because he bought the wrong instruments at the wrong time. Okay, so probably he was so honest that the way he lost several $1 million of about 700 or 800 people, his investors, he just lost the money because he was honest and he invested the money on the markets. Okay, and just markets being a scam, being chaotic, and producing nothing, they just took the money away. Okay, so if someone says, okay, you can't make money, so for you markets are a scam, and for other people who are making money, they are not a scam, they're a way of making a living. Well, I believe anyone can make money if trading the markets, if knows how, and that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm teaching. But actually, not everyone can make money. Okay, anyone, but not everyone, because someone has to lose money, and that's why what I'm telling you now is so rare, because it is for the poor, and that's why the quality, okay, the quality of my videos are so low. Is so low, the quality of my videos. Actually, it's not the quality of the videos; it's the contents of the videos, which is important here. But I'm not claiming to if this is the guy, and I'm not claiming to be even close to Jesus Christ. But you know, in the Bible, how Jesus Christ entered the holy city, how he entered on a donkey, not with a saddle, but some, I don't know, some clothes on the donkey. Just imagine, it's not a white elephant with the gilded tusks and with trumpets. Okay, so people just tried to fix this before just voting for killing him. Okay, so I'm doing such I don't know. I'm doing such videos in a very crude and very, I don't know, difficult even to consume, difficult to a very crude form. They're very crude. They're not sophisticated at all. So markets are a scam. Markets are a scam because extremely small amount of people make money, and markets are not meant to feed some elite group of people who are moving them and know what the markets will do. Okay, they are part of the economy. They should be profiting common people, and the average person, they are just some gurus who started to teach do not be an average person. The average person is just losing money, and it's not only about the markets. Let me show you. It's not only about the markets. Okay, it's not what it's not only about the markets. Let me show you. Let me show you a TV show, or probably a YouTube show. I don't know. YouTube and TVs and so on, just the same thing nowadays. So let me just find it. My computer is a little bit slow, and there are a lot of ads. But what I'm trying to tell you is that a guy, a very well-known guy, you will recognize him. This is a bank robber who talks to kids. Okay. Okay. Let's just cut this short. And let me show you. Let me show you a guy who just tells you exactly that. When he was okay, so when he was working with I don't know, his team, and he was recruiting, and he was recruiting from about 700 people who worked there, where he's this TV or something like that, where he's shooting these live shows from 700, so 700 or 800 or something like that, 700 I think. About 30 are still with him. He's still working with him. Okay, so about 400 worked for him, and for some time, and just so he's trying to give a piece of advice to a guy who just calls and tells him that if he wants to become a multi-level marketing recruiter, he will make money, but he knows about 5 people of his friends or his acquaintances with more than $1 million recruiting people for a multi-level marketing, but they are not selling anything. They're just the recruiters. Okay, so he knows 1,000, or as he says, 10,000 people who just fell off of this pyramid without making anything. Just even their initial investment for buying, because it's a pyramid. You have to invest some money in order to have the license to enter this pyramid. Okay, and he just says that it's a very 99.6 or something like that percent of people in a pyramid are losing money, and the money is going up. So if you see someone is paying you, a boss is paying you for a job doing this, and you have working hours and so on, it's a job. You work, and if you are paying the boss, it's a pyramid, and the boss is just recruiting other people, or is teaching other people how to recruit other people in order to keep this pyramid. Right? So markets are just pyramids. Okay, it's very important to know that Forex is a pyramid in its, but it's usable. And don't forget that these series are about the poor. So if you're a poor person, you need a pyramid, but you need to be successful in it. And the good thing about Forex is that in Forex there are no people involved. Okay, you don't work with people, you don't scam your family and it's a big one. So you do not take from other people, recruiting them in something that will take money from them. No, it's a big pyramid, and you are making money from enormous players. You're making money from the other counterparties, which can be beginning with your broker, and can scale up to investment banks and to, I don't know, to somebody of the Antichrist himself. Okay, so you are taking money from them. So you can make money. You can use this scam. For you, this can become a way of becoming rich. And if you do not like recruiting people, arguing with people, because this guy who was talking just like in the show, he said that he knows a guy who every 20 minutes is recruiting the next person, and is because the previous just ran away, and he has rhinoceros, a rhino thick skin to do this job, and he's making more than $1 million a year. It's just very profitable, but he does not think of how people called him, how people name him, how people what are people's feelings about him, because that's his job. So when it comes to markets, you can't be angry at anybody if you lose money, except for to the people who move the markets, but they will not be known to you, so you can know to whom you should be. Whom you should be angry at. They are not available as names and faces, so and you are not obliged to give, except for the taxes you must pay. Here it's about 10%, or a little bit less than 10%. Of your income. It's just a flat. income tax. And of course, after that, when you buy something at the groceries, at the gas station, there are a lot of taxes there, so the other taxes are added after your winnings, but it's 10% of your winnings, actual winnings, not of your turnover, but actually your actual profit, your net profit. You must not split your profit with anyone when it comes to forex. Okay, and you have to work a lot when it comes to forex. Like that guy who was just recruiting the next person every 20 minutes. It's the same thing. You just work, you adapt like crazy. You use you talk about the theory of probabilities and how it works. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. We'll talk about that. Okay, bye guys. So markets are a scam, and they have no future. In the distant future, probably 150 years from now, they will just close. I'm absolutely sure they have no future. They're counterproductive. They are like an anchor to humanity, but they are making other people, which just humanity, have to become smart enough to learn how to profit from them, and then they will close. Okay, so bye. Thanks. Share, subscribe, like, and if you want a better quality or to help the channel in some way, you can donate to the PayPal account, the link of which is in the description. I saw a guy, very interesting channel, about a guy who an airplane pilot. It's a 747, I think, or something like that, a commercial airplane. And okay, he was complaining that he has no job now, or at least not good income because of the current quarantine, or the virus. And some sponsors were giving him about $5,000 to make a video, and he's giving away the $5,000 so people can watch the video, like and he's commenting on something, on crashes, some very specific things which are interesting for us. We do not fly, and he's a professional and he knows. So I don't believe that someone in the future will be a sponsor of such series. I just don't believe, because if such a person is a broker, and if such a broker does not give you insurance against negative account, or doesn't give you tight spreads and high leverage, such a broker is a scam. In essence, such a broker is a scam, yes, in essence, because he's not making your life better. So, and NASA is also a scam, actually, a scam NASA, because it's not, NASA is not a scam when it comes to International Space Station, for example, because International Space Station is, you can see it, okay? You can see it with naked eyes how it flies. It's very big. It's reflective. You can see it in white. I have seen it. It's enormous. It's it's rather close to the Earth, and it's not a scam. But things people are doing there, like science or some, are a scam. The technology which the space station on NASA is using is a scam. The technology, because there are other technologies which are just which are being developed constantly when people are thinking of such scams, are focusing on such scams. Okay, so they're like a curtain in front of a screen, so people can watch a movie and everything is going on. The important things are behind the screen. So that's why even NASA is a scam. So a lot of things are a scam. A lot of things. Science is a scam. Science is a scam because they are telling you how, for example, how gold can be produced, and they're not telling you how gold can be produced at home. They're telling you how gold can be produced in distant stars, and how much gold is in a certain asteroid. So when the virus is a scam, and it's not because the virus does not exist, or even HIV virus do not exist. No, they exist. Of course, both viruses exist, but they are scam because when you destroy the birth rate because of the HIV, when you close the economy because of the virus, it turns out to be a scam. Okay, so you're not fighting something adequately. You're destroying the U.S. Army is a scam. The U.S. Army, when the U.S. Army, for example, because of the war crimes in Yugoslavia, in the former country of Yugoslavia, in southeastern Europe, there were war crimes, and the U.S. Army just started bombing the capital city where people lived, millions of people live, and the bridges started bombing the industry of a whole nation, and it's a scam. Your approach is such that you just destroy a nation because a certain general in the army ordered his crazy platoons to commit war crimes on a big scale, on a massive scale. Not it's a scam. So Nazi Germany and Nazi Germany laws and law creators were a scam. Okay, everything was legal. Even here in Bulgaria, we are actually in Bulgaria, Bulgaria, and its territory is the only country in the world, the only one, which was even an ally of Nazi Germany. Not only under occupation, it was an ally with, and no Jew, no Jewish person was taken out of the country or somehow killed in our country by the Nazis. Okay, it's the only country. Even Denmark had several thousand people killed, several hundred. I don't know how much. So everything was legal to take the money, the property of the Jew here in Bulgaria was legal. It was just a law. It was normal, and our constitution did not permit people to were given to be given to other army or some to be killed. It is not it is against constitution. But when the Jews were outside Bulgaria, where the constitution does not work, has no effect, they were not Bulgarian. There was such a war, such a law. Then whoever leaves Bulgaria then loses his right to be a Bulgarian citizen, and the constitution did not protect them, so they could be killed absolutely legally. So it's also a scam from our point of view, but from a legal point of view, it's not a scam. So let's wrap this up. When we are looking at markets, what is a scam is the way you approach trading. It's a scam, okay? So it's a scam because a lot of energy, I don't know how many thousands of books were written on the markets, but it's a scam. You have to approach them in a normal way. What's the normal way? Well, there are some people who are moving the markets, and these people are moving the markets in such a way so that today people who are betting up will lose their money, and tomorrow the people who are betting down will lose that money. Okay, so it's like just some people lose today, the others who make money today will lose their money tomorrow, and the people who are moving the markets will take at the end all the money or most of the money. So that's why it's a scam. It doesn't. You need money for food or to buy something, and you can't make this income through the markets except if you fix this scam. Okay, if you fix it, and you can fix it only playing, only playing with only investing efforts, work. You can't fix this scam, this chaos. You can't fix this by predicting it and going to bed, and it will behave the way you predicted it. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so that's as a whole the lesson, because it's a lesson on scams. It's not a lesson on something you should do when you trade. You just must know in what world, what is the real reality we are living in. You saw the president. If the president is talking like that, that means presidency is also a scam. Okay. Probably the US is also a scam. When you think of the US, what do you think? Of the US as billionaires, or of the US as average people with their average income? It's a scam that they are Americans. They're living like common people. And okay, bye.